Kohlberg was the first YMCA?
Dan Pelletier.
Dan, yeah.
Dan the man.
Dan the man.
But well, here I was. We were walking up the streets. We were trying to choreograph the right time, right? We were trying to, even though I didn't know that they were preparing me. I said, look, we got to keep our word and get there at 2 o'clock or so, right?
Yeah.
And we choreographed it right to the look the streets to.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
But you didn't get a peek at.
I didn't go in all the way.
Okay.
I came back. Remember, I was going back and forth.
Here I was walking with Billy up the street, and then as soon as we turned, and we seen all the kids.
Yeah, all in red.
Yeah, all in red. And I go, Billy, holy fuck, look at this. Yeah. And he couldn't believe it either. He had that one, his Lily smile,
yeah.
you know. And that was unbelievable. You know what? That really fucking. Yeah, because we had we had a rough fucking kickoff.
Yeah. Your back
and
was
my
out.
back was out.
Raining for
and
3
it was
days.
raining for 3 days. Terrible fucking start, man. And then Dan the man
comes up big time.
Fucking through like a shit.
And that's where we got our first YMCA hats.
That's right. And he had
Billy was
the whole day arranged for us, eh? He arranged
he had the photographer there.
Yeah, and the photographers and the, you know. So he brought us to the mayor. He said, "Hold on, they had drinks for us."
We walked a lot of kilometers that day too, man.
Yeah.
Yep. You were in the 53-kilometer range.
Yeah. So then I walked to, we went to see the mayor, and it was there that you came up with the brilliant idea of this festival.
Yeah.
To ask the mayor for.
That's right.
And then we arranged with
a booth,
the mayor and the thing. That was our first peek into this festival thing.
It was our first try at the festival thing.
And the mayor said, "No problem. You got a booth. People wait years to get a booth there. You got one." Yeah. And then Dan set it up because they have the YMCA there for us to. And we
snuck
arranged.
In there.
We arranged. Yeah. Where did we sleep then?
That night in Kohlberg?
Yeah.
You know what? We didn't sleep in Kohlberg.
Brighton?
That's right. That Vito's Inn.
Because you scooped
I scooped that one too.
And Brighton was just before Kohlberg or after?
After. It was Kohlberg, then Brighton. And what happened was Kohlberg was packed because of the festival.
Right.
And we, you know, so even the campsites were packed, remember?
Yeah.
So what I had to do was, I hooked up with the person there who was working with the YMCA. I forgot her name. Very nice, smart girl. She gave me all the radio stations, and she gave me 3 places in Brighton. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I called the first place, which was Vito's.
Vito's.
That's right. That was the first time I ever.
Phoned there, right?
That was the first pro bono I ever got. And I phoned Vito's.
Oh man, that guy, how the fuck did you schmazzoozle him? Cause, you know what I mean? No, he looked like he'd be a hard guy to do it.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Anyway, I called him, expecting to hear no, and right away, it was his wife who said yeah. She goes, "Yeah, no problem, we can do that." And I said, "For 2 nights?" Scared, right? Because I'm thinking, man, 1 is pushing it, but 2, holy shit. No, was it 1 night? Yeah, it was 1 night. It was 1 night, and then we shenangled him for the next night. Remember? And Billy, he told me the guy said I was a mobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we drove to Brighton, we unhooked the trailer, and in the morning, that's right.
So we pretty well.
It was 2 nights I got it for.
Yeah. Okay, so we were in the paper, front page, July the 1st.
That's right.
So this was June the 30th that we were there. No, the 31st.
It was the 4th.
I'm missing 2 days then.
No, you're not missing 2 days. Oh, you're missing 2 days.
Well, I made the front page on July the 1st. So we were June the 30th. I'm missing 1 day.
Yeah, we slept in Welcome.
We slept in Welcome on the 28th.
Yep.
And then on the 29th, we were in Coburg.
Yep. And then we went ahead and we stayed 2 days.
No, because the guy took the picture of us on the 30th. We were supposed to be in Coburg on the 30th.
And that's when we were there, on the 30th.
So where were we on the 29th?
We walked through Port Hope. And then we slept in, we slept in Welcome.
You're missing one place then.
I don't know. I know we slept at the Canadiana. I don't know. I can't remember, George, but it was rough. I'm telling you, it was rough. It was rough, buddy. Because I know it started getting better when we started hitting, when we hit Coburg. When we hit Coburg, things started to change. Because of Dan, right? He set all that stuff up.
Yeah, he really set the stage.
Whippy, Pickering, and Oshawa were dead.
I mean, it was nice to meet the mayor. We had to
No,
create our
I know.
own stuff.
I know,
We
yeah.
had to
There's
because
no
was
Y
nothing.
there or
Yeah,
anything, so.
So we had.
And it was short notice.
Yeah.
It was right when we
so
got
then we
there.
got on the radio stations, and Laura
Yeah.
was carrying us through for 3 days almost. Remember? She carried us more than one day.
Who?
Laura. We kept doing interviews afterwards
Yeah.
too.
I remember in Brighton, I got on the radio there. I did the live interview.
Yeah.
Not a live interview. I got a tape interview that morning. Remember, I got up in the morning
Yeah.
before we went to
Yeah, you did a
Coburg.
really heavy one too.
Yeah, that was a really good one. That was my first radio one too.
I'm just trying to think of where we were on the 29th.
Did we stay at that camp place 2 days?
No, we were just there.
I think we did
No, we didn't.
one night, right?
Yeah, and then we kept walking, and then
You walked through Port Hope. I don't know, between Oshawa, what's that, Newcastle? Not Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
No, that sounds
it is, Newcastle.
Newcastle.
And then Welcome is next. And then comes Coburg. Right?
Remember we were in that hotel
Yeah. Which one?
with this again the Salvation Army gave for us?
Which hotel is that?
I think it was
No, Salvation Army only gave us a couple of hotels, bro. That's when we were near Kingston. The one in Ottawa, and that one, the first one, the Canadiana, and that's it.
okay, so now we're in Coburg and we're moving.
We're living in Brighton and driving back to Coburg.
Yeah, because I walked from Coburg all the way to Brighton that day too.
We were actually in Brighton 3 days altogether.
Yeah, so, and I was starting to walk towards Trenton,
Yep.
and
That's when I got a hold of all the media again. And that hotel, Days Inn. You walked to Bayside. You walked from Brighton to Bayside that day. Right past Bayside is in Trenton, like it's on outskirts of Trenton. So you walked from Brighton to Trenton, right? And then we stayed in Brighton that one more day. We drove back, remember? And then we went ahead to you walked from Brighton to Trenton, and then we went back to Brighton. We slept there one more night with Vito at Vito's Inn, and then we drove and dropped you off where you were supposed to go, so right at the outskirts of Triton, and that's when you walked to Bayside that day. And then I went ahead and I started looking for motels for that night, and we got the Days Inn, and it poured heavy that night.
yeah, that's right.
It was raining heavy. And then what happened was we stayed there, we met the manager and everything, and we had that fantastic meal at the Red Lion, and then from there we started our walk towards Kingston, wasn't it? Nope.
Nope.
Brock